his home brand, Red Bank Plains. And it's all stuff that it was all theoretical. We didn't really know if this was going to work or not, but Pete put himself out there, made him do some videos that were quite outside of his comfort zone. But I think in like the last 2 weeks, you had like almost 30 something people message you, message conversation started. We got like, we did this whole campaign. We'll break it down in the future where people can click and download investor guides if they're an investor, and a just a homeowner checklist guide if you're just a regular homeowner. And he's got like more than, I think, 10, 12 people download those. And then off the back of some of the funny ads that we've created, he had like almost 30 something people message as well, which is huge. So awesome for putting yourself out there. Cool. So did you find that timing and then just at least not time blocking enough to make these videos was the hardest part before actually getting it done?
Yeah, I think it's just our minds play a lot around being so busy. But
Okay.
if you just execute it, you'll find that you weren't actually that busy.
Okay.
I know for me with like doing something like the appraisal video, it's just kind of like what to say kind of thing. I know that's the bit I struggle with. Like, what am I actually going to say
Cool.
to actually then do the video? Doing the video and getting time, I find the easy part. But knowing what to say and where to start is probably the bit that I struggle with.
Okay, cool. And I'm not sure if you noticed this stuff, but like in the last one, I did attach like a step-by-step of like what to say, but would you prefer it to be like scripted down level? Like it would be easier if I just had it there and I just learn it and then just
Probably to a degree, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, because like I know the appraisal video is something that I've wanted to do for ages, but then that's the hard part, like knowing where to start and what to say kind of thing.
Yeah.
Probably that, probably like perfection versus pace type thing.
Okay. Anything else that hasn't been mentioned? Because this is not like I talk about, yeah, should go on.
Just going on to that, like I know what my competitors say and generally what they pitch. So my appraisal video is really light on whatever they pitch. I just leave minds around it, and then just make a joke about myself and show them my personality before they see me.
Yeah, awesome. Sweet. Anything else that we haven't covered? Because some of these issues I have as well, like I don't post anywhere near as much as I should and all of those things. So I'm just trying to get into your shoes and understand. So biggest things that I've heard so far has been timing, or at least telling ourselves that we don't have time to do it, not knowing what to say, and just the fear of like putting yourself out there. Can we all agree, is that like the main issues here? Yeah?
I have no trouble with putting myself out there.
Yeah. That's in general with everyone. So, cool. That makes it more clear for me. Don't like it.
Yeah, you might have to press the button on.
This one?
No, you might have to just do it.
Okay.
Oh, the computer's done.
Oh, lol. Okay. You know what? I'll go off the phone.
You want like airdrop it to me and I can plug in or something?
Yeah, sure. I've got the.
Like the
like
Or just like WhatsApp it, like WhatsApp the Canva link.
What charges it?
Yep.
It's like a circle one.
I'm happy to talk to the rest if we don't need anything else. I'll
Is it on the Canva link?
yeah. I'll text you the link.
Just
I can wrap.
wrap.
Wrap and then send it. This is going to take 40 up and don't know how to send the name.
Yeah. 2 minutes. I'll just wrap up. And then off you go. So good? If it's taking too long, we can just quickly wrap.
Uno momento. Tell you what, we need some Macs in here, hey?
Thanks, Ben.
No problem.
Sure. Just jog through this. Yep. Cool. Is that gonna work? Yep, sweet. Cool. Okay, so holiday season's coming up, so this is what I want you guys to think about as we're taking a break. So take it easy, but then just come back rejuvenated. So branding is the need of the hour, but execution remains the biggest challenge. So if you need to get this done, there's basically only two options, and I'm gonna help you guys work it out. So if you have the budget but no time, you have to pay someone to make your content, whether it's your associate, your little cousin, you get someone else, we'll figure it out. But if you have time but no budget, you need to be able to time block and set aside some time to do this, or else it will just not get done. If you're DIY, what you end up doing is your socials are dead, and you're like, all right, I need to make some content. You get excited to make some content. You do it yourself to save the money. The content doesn't go viral immediately, obviously, and the motivation to continue drops, and then you get too busy to create content, and then you realize your socials are dead, and then you start again, and you keep going on that vicious cycle, which you don't want. Same thing, even if you like pay someone to do it, your socials are dead, you need to make more content, you hire someone to do it so they take it off your plate, but then you completely remove yourself from the actual creation process. So the shit that comes out looks stale and sounds nothing like you, and so you get lackluster results, and it just stops your videos. Like you stop, you just, oh, we'll take a short break and we'll come back again. Your socials are dead, and you do the same thing again. So these are two patterns of behavior that we want to avoid as we come back. So content online is your identity. Do not take it lightly. So over the holiday break, I want you to think about this so we can make 2026 your greatest year yet. So my goal for 2026 is to get everyone here pumping on socials and everyone building their unique personal brand that allows you to stand out in your market. So your challenge is from today till the 9th of December, my inbox, DMs, email, whatever, will remain open to receive every single content related issue you have. I'm going to push myself to find solutions for everyone that works for everyone, that we can customize to everyone, so that in the new year, we can just go all guns blazing and just really kill it. So you guys have got me here, so use me. Anytime, anywhere, message me, call me, whatever. We're going to figure this out. But give yourself a big round of applause for the big year, and you've all done great.
That I really related to that cycle thing that Ananda said, because I feel like it's actually happened in the whole entire room. I remember after Ananda came in for that first time, it was like, holy fuck, everyone's so G'd up and they're excited and socials is pumping. But it's just like that, it's that, can you get off his lap? That's weird. Right, you're married now 6 times, all right? But content is one of those things, guys, like, I know it might be boring, but just do it. And then even like, this is the whole business too. This isn't just, hey, you know, like PM, you might be like, oh, well, hey, this doesn't have anything to do with me. It's all, like, I'm not saying that you're thinking that, but this is just sales related. But like, Nick DeRosa, Jonathan Bell, Natalie South, all of like, do they all pump content? Mm-hmm. Yes, they smash content. How do we even know about that brand? Through content. That's the only reason that we know about it. I saw Nick DeRosa on Sunday at fucking some furniture shop. You know, Nick DeRosa, and he's a BDM who works for Housemark. Housemark has 3,000 managers, whatever. You know, comes up to me, hey, Geordie, bro, what's going on? Give me a hug and blah, blah, blah. I barely even know this dude. Do you know what I mean? Like, but he's like, oh, I've been loving the content, blah, blah, blah. Like these are the little things. Like, your personal brand is the thing that's going to get you into rooms, right? And we'll wrap up in 1 minute, into maybe 2 minutes. I went to lunch on Friday with a developer. All right, I met that developer in Thaguna. Does anyone know where Thaguna is? Out at Rosewood. I met this developer in Thaguna 5 years ago, right? His name's Toby, really great guy. Now, when I met him back then, he was broke, I was broke, right? I was just starting it, like I was maybe 3 years into real estate, I might have had 1 property. He was renovating and flipping, but he was doing it for an investor. Anyway, long story short, we've always just kind of stayed in touch, and he lives at Palm Beach, right? Now, we speak on Friday, we have lunch on Friday. Toby now has $40 million worth of developments that he's developing. And mad dude, like such a good dude, family man. And I don't know whether we'll sell them, but he was asking me about whether I wanted to maybe jump into some developments and all of these types of things with him. And he said to me, I said, why? And he said, well, obviously I trust you, bro. You know, and do you know why? Because just through social media over the last 5 years, this is the second time I've seen him in 5 years. But we'll always just chat over socials. Like every time I post something or get a win, he'll be like, great work, brother. Hope the fam's well. Like that type of thing. Like social media is a way that you can keep relationships with people without doing fuck all, because they're literally just watching your journey. Do you know what I mean? Like, and you'll go to people and be like, oh, I've seen you've done this. I've seen you've done that. I see you doing this with the business. It's like, man, I don't even need to fucking call these people and tell them what I'm doing. They're literally coming to me. You know, he's the one who wanted to take me to lunch. Like, it's fucking crazy, you know? So these little things, building your personal brand, I I regret not building it more. You know, I had someone talk to me the other day about when I very first started STRUD, I had a brander. A lot of people know this, but I had a guy who was talking about doing our personal branding at the time. He said, we'll start doing vlogs. Tell them it'll be 2 minutes. Yeah, they downstairs. Yeah, you could just, yeah, tell them, yeah, it'll be 2 minutes. I had someone who was going to do my stuff. They're like, imagine if you documented this whole journey from day one, blah, blah, blah. And I bumped into that guy maybe 3 years later. And he's like, bro, he's like, you missed a massive opportunity there. And it's like, you imagine if I actually built, like, showed it from scratch. Because, like, once you get to that point where you're kind of successful, no one really gives a fuck anymore. You know what I mean? Like, they're just like, oh, yeah, you're successful, whatever. You know, they want to see the person on the up. So don't miss those opportunities. I spoke to Terrence about it this morning. Like, he bought this beautiful Ram. You know, I saw Bruce's post the other week, beautiful post. You know, as long as it's not from a place of arrogance, it's fantastic. And I said to T, I said, you should have posted a photo getting your new car, you know, with the kids. And, like, and the reason why people don't post it, you know why I didn't want to post it? Because he gets slammed by all his mates. Ah, you fucking rich dog. And everyone, you know, gets into you, you know, but your mates aren't giving you fucking listings, are they? Do you know what I mean? Or they're not giving you property managements, you know? So who gives a fuck what your mates think in that aspect? Like, put yourself out there because people want to be aligned with successful people. Like, if I was broke on the balls of my fucking ass, do you think anyone would be in this room? Truthfully, like, honestly, if I was, you know, hopefully, you know, my cousin would be here, you know, but that's maybe it. No, I'm just kidding. But, like, if I was broke on the balls of my ass, no one would be in this room, right? Like, someone like Caitlin who comes to Crown, comes from Crown, like, she's only here because she thinks this is a successful agency. Truthfully? Like, would you come here if you thought this was a shit agency? No. Sure. And then how did you think it was a successful agency? Well, how did you know about it?
Watching your content.
You know? Anyway, let's wrap it up. Post content. Guys, quote of the week. The hardest moments are the doorway to your next level. And I feel this every day in my life. And I know that a lot of you guys feel like this. It's supposed to be hard. Being successful is fucking hard. Anything that you're being a dad is hard. Being a parent is hard. Being a wife or a husband is hard. Like, you've got to, every time you're about to hit that next level is generally when it's the hardest. You know, and they're the times that you've just got to push through, or sometimes you need to step back from it, you know, but they're the times you need to be more strategic and you need to actually be, okay, cool, I'm about to hit this next level. That's probably why I'm stressed out of my fucking mind, you know, that's okay. What can I do now to make sure that I'm getting to that next level and I'm doing it sustainably, right? And it's no different with your health, no different with business, it's no different with your family. It's always hardest just before you're gonna hit that next tier. So let's have a great week. It's been a great year. We're gonna have a fucking awesome time on Saturday night. I'm so excited with the car. We got the fucking Carlisle. You know, we have the Carlisle. You know, in one fucking shared office like 4 years ago. You know, and I've had plenty of these moments in my life. Probably more than I hope any of you guys have to have. I've had plenty of these hard moments where I think about giving up, but I know that if I just hang in there and I just fucking push through, on the other side of that, it's gonna be all sweet, right? So have a great week. See you guys on Saturday and call me if you need. All right, Sa'u Dawson, Pete. Sa'u Dawson, Pete. Yeah.
How to this?
Pardon?